to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette and this is your January 2016 love reading. I did do your monthly for January. I did do the yearly, but it was general and love, so that's what it was about, rather than just focus on love. The general came into it, but you know, that's the way it goes. But for this one I'm going to focus on the love reading, and then you can put it towards what was said for the January month for the yearly reading. So what are the most important? Happy New Year, Happy New Year, and I hope this year brings joy and happiness and peace within your relationships, of you know, where your love life's concerned, but with all relationships really, and that we gain an insight how we can deal with our relationships in a more compassionate way, where we experience unconditional love, which is you know, the qualities of true love. So let's see what January will bring. What are the most important energies for the month of January 2016, where our love life is concerned? What are the most important messages for January 2016, where our love life is concerned? What are the most important messages? I've done them, cleared them, so they should be okay. And we do have a Mercury retrograde in Capricorn in this month, during this month. So let's see what the cards are saying. What are the most important messages we need to know? Okay, let's see. Okay, the first one that comes out is the Emperor in reversed, and the Emperor is all about you know, leadership qualities. So that's interesting that it's in reversed, as that's the energy coming in from you know, going out of 2015, coming into January 2016, but it's in reversed, and that's why it's in reversed. Six of Cups. But we'll see what the other cards say. Don't jump the gun. Oh, and then we got the Four of Cups. They're both upright, so a lot of emotions going on. I've got another major arcana, that's the High Priest, in the upright position underneath the Emperor. So we've got the earthly father, which is the Emperor, and we've got the heavenly father, which is the priest, the Hierophant in other decks. They're both major arcana, so something's going on with the male energy, strong male energies, and also the Hermit plays its part, like I said in the other readings. So, and then we have the Three of Pentacles, that's at the heart of the matter. And if we go back to oh, forgive me, I can't remember which reading it was, but I think it was with the King of Wands. It was under the King of Wands and it was reversed, but it's upright now, and it's in the it's at the heart of the matter. So okay, we've got the King of Pentacles, which we're in the month of Capricorn, the energies of Capricorn, so he showed up, but he is in reverse. So that's interesting. And then we've got the Chariot, which is upright, so that's good to see. I don't know if you can see all the cards. Let's put them up a bit. And so that's 3 lots of major arcanas going on there. And then we've got the Page of Wands and the Ace of Cups. There we go. Okay. I saw what was at the bottom of the... I take it out actually. I saw what was at the bottom of the cards. This is usually what's going on, you know, unconsciously, and what we're not so much aware of, really, which is the Death card. But it was upright. So that's about transformation. But usually the Death card is about transformation of your own choosing, whereas the Tower card is more you're forced to change. This is you're aware of something to do with your relationships, and what's being required of you is, you know, is that transformation, an ending of something, a situation that needs to end. But that doesn't mean a relationship has to end. I want to make that clear. Sometimes people think, oh, you know, the relationship has to end. No, I always caution people that, you know, before you make any major life decisions, and that includes ending a relationship, you know, you've got to do the hermit. You've got to be the hermit. You've got to go within, because that's what this year is all about. You go within and you listen to your own inner teacher. And you know, people, and oh, there you go, the 999 call just went by, so I think that was a sign from Spirit that that's what they want. It's an emergency that you go within. You know, it's important, it's something that's important. You go within and look at your own situation from within, and you don't make any major decisions until you've done that. That came through very strongly there, because it might be that you need to, it's something about you, it's something about your own personal growth and spiritual growth. It's not about the relationship, and it's possible that you can get to that point with the person that you're with. You know, it can be that as long as you keep the focus on yourself, and not project it out onto your partner, or to potential partners that are coming in, that's what might, you know, be required of you. But that's what's going on at the unconscious level. And yes, sometimes you do, where there's abuse and you're not being respected, and that's all about your own self-worth and your self-esteem, and staying in that negative pattern is damaging that even further. So, you know, you'll know what that is. Right, okay, so let's see what these cards are telling us. We've got, like I said, the 3 major arcanas are shouting at me at the moment, because they're all in a line. So if we are going to start with him, because he's in reversed, so I see that I'm going to go with the energy of this situation. So male or female, you know, they have leadership qualities, and they're somebody that is looked up to. They've achieved something in their lives. So this, you know, can represent many people. Your father, your uncle, sons, whoever, a friend, whoever. It's somebody who, or a woman, it doesn't have to be a man. It's someone who's reached quite a high level of status and is happy in their kingdom. But being reversed, that's upright, being reversed, you know, this person can be stubborn and inflexible and steps on people's toes because they're not aware of what it's like to be in, or they haven't bothered to put themselves in other people's shoes to see what someone else is experiencing, you know, in the relationship. They're just coming from their side. But I'm getting that this is somebody stubborn and is unwilling to move, is unwilling. It's his way or the highway. I'm getting his way or the highway, and on one level, they're just not aware of that's what they do. They're not conscious enough. So it's down to the people around him, because this is the Six of Cups next to him. It's up to the people around him that I'm getting father figure, and this will still affect your love lives, because it could be that your father is or was like that when you were growing up, and you've actually attracted somebody as a partner into your life that is also like that. And maybe, you know, you met that person and you didn't see that at the beginning, but now that's becoming clearer. We can look at it in many different ways, but I'm going with what's I need to say now. So that's the feel I'm getting. A male energy, a father energy that is hindering love lives, and so it feels like there needs to be some healing around that situation. So, you know, even if you were abandoned as a child from your father, or you grew up without a father figure, all of that is to do with your childhood. So it's a strong person, a strong character, like I said, their way or the highway. And when they're in reverse, they're really not willing to compromise. So somebody around you, a strong person, they see things their way and not willing to see it another way. Someone from your childhood, that energy, it's that energy, and it's up to the people that know them to point this out to them. You know, you're cold. You're not seeing things from other people's points of view, and that needs to be changed. And then we've got the Four of Cups. So we've got the Six of Cups and the Four of Cups, but we've also got the Ace of Cups down here. So if we bring the Ace of Cups in, there was happiness in the past with this person. There was a new beginning and fresh start with this person in the beginning. So the Six of Cups, and yes, it doesn't always mean someone from your past, but you know, it is upright. So I'm getting that there was good feelings with this person. There was good feelings with this person, and you know, the little child within you felt really happy and content and felt they'd find their playmate. But something happened to spoil that, and now, but something's, you know, there's boredom set in. Something's happened you're not happy about, but there is something being offered and you just can't see it. So, or you're too afraid to open your heart because he's crossing his arms, a bit like the cross on this card here, the keys here. You know, he's crossing his arms emotionally. He's thinking, and he's in a no-win situation. He's not happy, but he doesn't want to see what this beautiful person is offering him. And in the other, you know, the Rider-Waite deck, it's a hand coming out of the cloud, and that means, you know, it's spirit offering you something, but you're just not seeing it out of fear, basically, because you've been hurt before. And what comes after the 4 is the 5. So you know, your 3 of Cups is before the 4, so you was happy, but the 5 comes after the 4, and maybe you're coming from fear based, really, as to what you want to do about this situation. And this is, but there is transformation that's needed, you see. There is transformation that's needed, and I feel it's for this Emperor. He's the earthly father, like I said, and this is the spiritual father, and it's about marrying the two. So it's about having that on a physical level, but he's reversed, and we do have the Mercury retrograde, and I do see, because he's reversed, sorry, I'll go back to that in a minute, I just noticed something. I do see, because he's reversed, and the King of Pentacles is reversed, it's the same person. So we could, but by now you know I don't like to stereotype. Yes, it's a Capricorn, Virgo or Taurus sort of energy, because there's you could have that in your chart and not be any of those signs. So, but this is somebody with you know, quite an earthly, down to earth, practical, pragmatic man, or person, I'll say. They've got their riches and they've got their wealth, but they're being stubborn about a situation in love, because we've got the cards, because of disappointment from the past, and I just feel this also is this person. This is a stubborn child. I see this person as a stubborn child. They're not willing to see what's on offer. That's what I'm sensing. And we want, you know, what a role model. If this person can just you know, he's his own worst enemy. This person is their own worst enemy. Upright, you know, he's got everything that he needs on a practical, physical existence, and we are in Capricorn, so I would say that they've got that Capricornian business head on them, but they can also be self-employed within their own business, running their own business. And just for an example, it's like me. I'm a Capricorn, but I'm not. I believe we grow into our sun sign. You know, we have to work at that. Our moon sign's a bit different, but our sun sign, it's what we're heading to and what we're working towards, and then other people mirror that to us. And you know, I attracted into my life someone who was more of a Capricorn, down to earth, practically and financially in a position where you'd think the Capricorn would be, but you know, they was a different star sign, and they was a Sag, and I was more of a Sag than they were. So what does that tell you? That tells you that opposites attract, and that they had the qualities that I'm growing into and working towards, and I had the qualities as a spiritual sign for that person, you know, to head towards. So it's not by coincidence, but they are reversed. So reversed is he's not happy, but again, you know, stubbornness, not willing to be flexible about a romantic or a heart situation from the past. But they were happy in that situation, and transformation needs to happen. So they were happy, and the Hermit for me and the Wheel of Fortune are represent, you know, relationships that have been before, so, and that includes this lifetime, and there just seems to be unfinished business as to why maybe the delays and to why it can't move forward, because the Hierophant, the High Priest, is upright. So you know, these are the keys to success. We've got the male, the sun, and the female, you know, the stars, the moon, and that's the key. That is the key. Balance. It's about balance. We can't be too far into our male side when you're in a relationship, because if you're a female, you need to be soft in your romantic side. Maybe the male energy in your work side, but you need to be soft and approachable and loving, and that, and vice versa with the males. It's knowing what energy to work with when you need to work with it. But this is also spiritual. So the keys to this situation with this stubborn man is spirituality. They need to start seeing things from a bigger picture, and you know, he's pointing up, pointing up to this this situation, and that's what I'm getting from that. Because this one's in the upright, and the Chariot's in the upright, you know. So if we look at them like that, that's what will move him forward, or this person forward, is to open up to I'm not saying religion, but you know, whatever you follow, whatever is your truth, that's what the Hermit's about, going within and finding that. So it's about being, you know, coming from a good character and knowing you don't have to use manipulation and negativity to get what you want. And this, using these keys, is what will unlock this person being able to move forward. And again, it's the black and white, and the black and white there, it's the male and female energies, but it's being a balance, you know, and he's able to tame that. That's some, it doesn't even have reins. That's someone who's got control within themselves of their emotions, and, you know, and their thinking, and is thinking balance. This is somebody who's on the right path. And so what's at the heart of the matter is the apprentice, you know, the apprentice. This is the apprenticeship card for me, the Three of Pentacles. Sorry, I'll take a drink of water. So again, we look at the Pentacles, and that's the King of Pentacles in reversed. So it's to do with this, and I know it was about the King of Wands before, but to be honest with you, that can be the same person, or it can be separate, of course, but you know, it can still be the same person. So there's still stubbornness. They're not wanting to be the apprentice. They're not wanting to, but this is upright, and this is what's at the heart of the matter. This is what will turn the situation around. So if there's something that, you know, always bring it back to yourself. Are you this person? Are you needing to learn something to create a new craft, something that was, you know, from your past, that's affecting, this is affecting all of your areas of life. The Page of Wands, I see this card as a bit like the Fool card, where because he's carrying his wand in the Fool card, but he's got the dog on his path, and this one's got the cat on its path. But for me, this is, and he's got the sunflower right in the heart of at the heart of the matter. It's about following the sun, and the sun's shining down on this cat, which is about independence. But we're trying to get to interdependence. We don't want to be on our own, you know. We do want to be with people, partner. But I see this as, especially next to the Ace of Cups, this is about calling in. This person is calling in their love, calling in their soul heart partner, because it's the Wands, it's spiritual. You know, they're ready. The pages are about newness, new beginnings in love. So it's about, and I think, I can't remember which month it was, but with I think it was the second half of the year, and there was calling in your soulmate on one of those, and that's what it's about. So if you start to do that now in this month, and what you're calling for is you know, a love situation, but don't put your own twist on how you want that to show up, really, or when you want it to show up. You can only set your intentions that this is what you want. But yeah, they're about, you know, the spiritual, calling in your soul partner, for your long-term relationships or marriage, whatever it is that you want. this is the month to do it. And maybe that's what your, you know, the Three of Pentacles is about, is that it will manifest as long as you do. It's about the work, you know, as long as you do the work on yourself, because we've got the cat in this picture and in this one. Okay, it's black in that one, but it's all about independence, getting your independence so that you can attract the right person. And this is number 7, so this means that you're on the right path, and make sure you're on the right path to calling in the love that you desire. And this is what the King of Cups wants, not Cups, sorry, Pentacle wants. He wants this, but he's so afraid. Protecting his heart. He's so afraid and so focused on, you know, the upset of the past, that he's just not able to see what's in front of him. So, and that turn this around so that a new beginning can, or it could be that he's so focused on his material life, he's not aware, like the Emperor, he's not aware that what needs to be done, what he needs to do to change things. But the Emperor needs to become the apprentice to get the love that he craves in his heart, but he just doesn't allow. Let's see what these cards say. What's the most important messages that we need to hear concerning these cards that are already laid for the month of January 2016? What are the complementary cards to these cards that have already been laid? Okay. So again, the child has come up, and I'm sorry that I got to go with the first thought that came into my head, because I'm very claircognizant more than anything else. So that was my first thought, is that this person is acting childish. This is the way they're meant to be acting, and this way, but this person is acting very childish, I'm afraid, to do with the past, and that's what it's about, and the disappointment. That's why that card's like that. That's him acting like a child, or her. That's how I see that card. And then, yeah, to do with love. So this is definitely a love situation, love of the heart, and a past love. Now I say a past love, I just want to be clear here. It can be a past love as in this lifetime, but it also can be a past love from a past life that hasn't come in yet. So it can be both. But at the end of the day, you need to read between the lines. You know what your situation is, and like I say every single time, you're the only one that knows everything that's going on in your life. And so this situation is to do with, and it's something, it keeps repeating itself. It was something that was in its early stages, and it didn't come to fruition. It didn't take off. Or for people that in a relationship, you know, maybe it's about someone wanting a baby and the partner's being stubborn about it. So it varies in each situation. So, or for others, if you're single, it could be a new love that's coming in. But it's very early stages. But I go more with the first scenario. So there is this is the skate. This is a change to do with this situation. So there is change about to do with the love situation, and finances come into play again. So something that's in its early stages, and that's on the Hierophant, the priest. So maybe it's about traditional values around money, that gets in the way of relationships, and maybe that needs to be looked at as to why, you know, that's the case really. Or the Emperor, somewhat around money. Maybe some people see money as not spiritual, and that's just not true. It's just energy at the end of the day. But maybe that causes problems in relationships. I'm not too sure. Or the Emperor sees this that way, when he's more of a down to earth, pragmatic man. There's something around money and tradition. But the Sun is there. I love this card. The Sun is there next to the Three of Pentacles. Finances are going to be okay. And maybe, you know, you need to go the more traditional route. And what I mean by that is, you know, it's seeing things clearly and working hard, working at a new skill, working hard, saving your money, saving your deposit, because the whole reading of 2016, you know, that felt about property and home and stability. So maybe it's about the traditional route rather than these quick schemes of making money. But it's going to be okay, because the Sun card's there. It's what's at the heart of the matter, which is optimism. So, you know, you're not there yet, but you're in a learning phase really, and that includes your relationship. But there is optimistic outcome for that situation. And then we have the Stork. Now, if this was next to the child, that definitely would have been a baby situation, but it's not. So this is on the King of Pentacles. So this is more a card of movement, something moving. So maybe he's going to decide to, you know, change, because it needs to come from, or she needs to come from them, that they want to change. And that card came up as well, about an invitation or something happening, an invite to something. But it does bring a change, it does bring a wanted change. And it's to do with this King of Pentacles. So maybe this month you might, something that you've been wanting to hear about, you actually do hear something this month. So there are new opportunities down this path, good fortune, and that can be with business as well. I've just got a strong sense that businesses, and they've got to be spiritual ones, like I said in the 2016 ones, they've got to be heart-based, soul-based businesses, and I just feel that's what it's about, and it's going to be affecting the love life. So maybe there's, you know, the universe is moving all things around, and so that we can meet the right business partners, and maybe from friendships and business partners, you know, there's love, or we meet the love of our life, and you know, there's a mission, there's something we're here to do together. That's what I'm getting from it. But there's good fortune, good luck, where business is concerned, and it needs to be spiritually based, to keep on this right path, to calling in, you know, the love of your life, really. Oh yeah, definitely. So the Page of Wands, there you go, is the ring, and this is about a relationship, and that's what we've been saying about, you know, putting out the vibes, and setting your intentions to the universe and to the individual that you're interested in. It's there. That's what this card was about. So that's nice to have confirmation. And you know, you've got the moon and the sun there, so, and the heart, which is, this is the heart, and the sun is a strong relationship. This is a strong bond. So, you know, you're not talking about your casual stuff here. This is about commitment, and as I said, it's maybe to do with somebody from your past, but there's commitment there, there's an opportunity there with relationship. And there you go. So the Stork is definitely saying, this is the rider, definitely saying there's movement both together, and that you're gonna receive an invitation, a message from this King of Pentacles concerning this love life. So definitely it's on its way. So that's really nice. And you are calling in the one, this person, whoever this person is heading towards you. It's heading towards the relationship, and it's underneath the King of Pentacles. So I think something's going to happen, that they're gonna do something. Maybe they reflect through the Mercury retrograde and realise, you know, that they've got to stop being stubborn and sort this situation out, really. So those are lovely cards. There we go. I don't know if you saw that. I literally just turned these cards. This is what's at the bottom, and it was the house. So I do believe this person, or this situation. Okay, hi everybody, I'm back. I hope you saw the last card that I pulled, and it was the house, which is amazing, as that's what I was talking about for the 2016 reading, and this one. So definitely this is what's at the bottom. So this is what's important for this month. It's all to do about security in the home. Let's see what Archangel Michael says. What's the overall message for January 2016? What's the most important message that we need to know? Oh, and there we have it again. It doesn't stop to amaze me. So that was a very important message, but because that was on the bottom, this is, I hope you can see it, your home is protected by angels. Once again, we had that for the last part of 2016, July through to December, about the home, and I did sense that it was about stability and home life, and that was at the bottom. So that means you know, this is our unconscious drive to get this, but of course, you know, home is where the heart is. We need to, on a spiritual level, find that home within ourselves first. But I do feel, because the Mercury retrogrades are in the earth signs, it definitely is all about manifesting this year. So I think a lot of us have been aiming to head towards our own homes, whatever that means for the individual. But Archangel Michael, like I said in the 2016 reading, your home is protected by angels, and what's meant for you will not pass you by. That's what I'm getting, is reassurance, is that the home that is meant for you will not pass you by. And that's lovely to see that card. So, and just confirms what the reading was about, really. And then we just asked the romance angels, what's the most important message concerning our love lives for January 2016? Most important message. And there we go. We go back to, these cards are just confirming where I said about the Page of Wands, and this is calling in your soulmate. This is the card I see as that. As you can see, the boys calling out, and that's how I see it. And this was the card that was on this, which is about a relationship. So definitely your prayers, affirmation and visualization help bring you together. So it's all about the calling in someone that's you know, heartfelt, and that's right for you now on the path that you're on. And it's going to be a strong relationship, a strong bond, where you can build stability around, you know, a home, your home life, your home situation. So just ask the angels, think of your question, take a few minutes, a few deep breaths, and just tune in to what it is that you'd like to ask for the month of January 2016. And this will be your answer to your personal situation. Well, one wanted to come out, but I wasn't sure, so I'll just keep shuffling. I know what it was. See if the card comes out again. Oh, I'll be assertive. It was the abundance card that I saw. But yeah, this is suggesting that you be assertive in your dealings with your love life. You know, she's wearing a mask here, and New Year Eve party, you know, it's about masks, isn't it, and that sort of thing, or it can be. But she doesn't wear it, she's not got the mask on, she's just holding it. So you know, be your authentic self, be assertive in situations, in your love life, in calling in the soulmate that's right for you. And where your home life's concerned, you need to be valuing. You still can be kind and loving and assertive at the same time. Just be very clear about what it is that you want, and what's going on underneath is transformation. So transformation really in the home regarding the home situation. And we'll just end with the whispers of love to see what the message is, because these are quite gentle and nice. Focus on love. There you go. So focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life, and you know, it's what you focus on that is important, and that's not about being in denial about where somebody's at, but you know, find the good qualities and focus on that, really. So focus on love rather than fear is the message for January. So there we go. The battery ran out again. That says something, but that's fine. And I hope that the reading serves you, but always trust your own intuition. You know, you take your own power back and trust your own intuition as to what's going on in the reading in the month of January. That seems, you know, there are positive energies there to be had. And I'll have a good month, and I'll see you back here in February for the February monthly, which includes the Valentine's. So I might do a separate one for that, or I might choose more of the romantic angel cards rather than the tarot cards. I don't know yet, we'll see. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now, lots of love.